Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for being here. Today's reading is going to be, how have their feelings changed? You have got your usual three choices. The first one is development of affection and creative energy. The second one, I'm saying it like it's like achievement and creative energy. And the second one is the High Priestess. And the third one is future plans, gardens. So if you want to take your choice, and we'll have a look to see what's going on with them. Pile number one, how have their feelings changed? This has got a feeling of somebody who was very interested, we're using past tense here, don't switch off and cry, who was very interested in you, somebody who probably let you know, or let me move my phone, made a move towards you with the, just fallen off the bed, with the two knights here in the background. Then you've got a feeling of, as it moves to the two of air, which is a slightly anxious feeling with somebody making a move, like somebody trying to build up to asking you out or asking. It feels like somebody who has spent the whole year thinking about prom night or whatever. We don't have prom nights here, basically. We just have drunken debauches outside the chippy, but it's like building themselves up to that. And done that, possibly, that you know that they're attracted to you, because these are movement cards and this is emotional and this is action. So I'm assuming you know this person likes you and was probably more keen on you than you were on them at the beginning, is the feeling I've got here. Then it settles down into what looks like comfort and attachment and smoothness. And I'm not going to tell you anymore, so that you watch it to the end. There is a change from the two of air here, which to me, it's like, with these cards here, it's like nervousness, that need to jump, that need to move, that need to say something. And then there's comfort, which I think that you appreciate because you've got the Hierophant down here with the Father of Earth. Both of these cards are for them, not you this time, because it's movement. So I think that this person reached a level of comfort with you that you liked. And then there's more to it, which I'm going to leave you hanging on. Not that it's that exciting, but let me just go through it bit by bit. The Six of Swords and the Two of Swords at the beginning. The swords are thought processes, and this again with the Two of Swords is like anxiety, maybe some sort of discomfort, trying to comfort themselves. And the Two of Swords possibly going between two different actions or two different emotions. Should I just feel? Should I act? Possibly with these two being two knights behind. So movement needed. Emotions trying to understand where they sit and whether to move with them is what I've got here. And I do still think that this person probably let you know that they were attracted to you, or wasn't backwards in coming forwards, but was slightly nervous about letting their feelings be known. As it moves on to the Four of Wands and the Six of Cups, both of these cards make me think of stability. This card up here makes me think that you possibly could have been in a building together, you could have shared time together. There was a restful feeling where there was comfort, and the Six of Cups makes me think that there's attachment that's easy to express, as in you both got things in common. There's a feeling of caring for each other, and just feeling like you want to make sure the other one's all right as well. So it levels out, which to me would be a feeling of relief with these cards here. This is like somebody on the beginning of, like a bit like a Fool card in the beginning of a journey. But not only are they checking they've got everything in their bag, but are they emotionally ready for this journey? Have they got the guts to make the move? And then it's settled into comfort, I guess, here. Nice. Which I think you like, because you've got the Hierophant card over here, which to me, I don't know if the Hierophant card I find the most difficult card in the pack, because there's so many different thoughts and feelings with it, and when you put it into a love reading, it to me always feels like the middleman. And that is because of something that's in my head, and we all interpret cards differently, from looking up Istanbul and religion and how things were passed down. So that's where I flick to when I look at this card. You know, how things were changed, how scriptures were changed and why they were changed, that type of thing. And, you know, all this sort of taking down iconography in churches. That's what interests me, and that's where I go to with this one. So it can be interpreted as a religious feeling here. But with regards to a love relationship, it's a respect for tradition, or somebody in between a relationship possibly here, or yuck. Why? Why would you give me that card? The Hierophant for you. Comfort, tradition, but not comfortable with it. I'm just going to put in a little story here, because to me, I loved it. Absolutely. I say this a lot. I absolutely loved it. There's a little story I was reading on the internet, and it was Astrology, who is really, really good. And she was talking about a friend who was married. She was a model, I think. She was married, really kind husband, very rich husband. So in everybody's eyes, she had everything that she could possibly need. But she was unhappy. I got the indication from what was being written that she was drinking at the time and just generally had no motivation or love for life. She was driving down the road, flat tire. This guy stopped, and she said that she turned into like a quivering, mumbling 13-year-old and was so attracted to him that she couldn't get her words out. So I'm like reading this thinking, I love this. This didn't happen when my car broke down the other week. First contact, if I've got this right, of Uranus on her Venus, conjunct her Venus. And then they separated. I think she moved away from where I remember. He, although didn't come on to her or come, exchange numbers at the time, saw her picture on a billboard and went into an office or something, can't remember the details, and he basically got hold of her number and contacted her. And I think this may be mid-contact, so the third contact of Uranus on her Venus. And on the final contact, I think he flew over to see her, and they're in a relationship. This to me makes me think of this connection. It's like you may have comfort in your life, you may have what other people think is great, and I was going to say come diddy then. I don't even know what that is. Anyway, but you are restless is what I would say there. It's like your Hierophant is tradition. Everything's fine. Everything's in order. That Taurian feeling of having all your ducks around you and everything's comfortable. But with this card here, not really. So that's how I'm going to interpret that one at the moment. So I think you're both feeling at the beginning of this relationship quite stimulated, maybe overexcited a little bit with regards to where this could go, even though you probably weren't looking for it. Now, you've got here for the situation surrounding the World card. And I don't know what this means. I'm going to have to add to it. The World card is an unusual card to have there because the situation surrounding is making me think this has gone full circle and come back again, which often happens in relationships where this person was attracted to you first. You both got comfortable with that. They grew in confidence. You grew to like them more. And then it almost went full circle where you actually really like them. Maybe. Hold on, I'm going to spoil this myself now. Oh. Maybe lots of people like them. Maybe there's with the Hierophant card there being tradition and 3 people there, the World card maybe ended because it couldn't go any further because of somebody else involved. With children, maybe. I'm not so sure about that. I'm not going to give alternatives. I'm going to keep going. Okay, so why are you looking at this reading? This has got a feeling that 10 of Cups, the Knight of Cups. This person feels like you could spend time with them and connect with them in a way that you could go the distance. This is like, to me, the 10 of Cups with a family and that fulfilled feeling of emotional fulfillment, actually. But the Knight of Cups here, it's like you appreciate what could have been now that it may have gone, or maybe that you may not be able to get to this person as easily. Maybe. The 9 of Swords at the end and the King of Pentacles. It's funny that this person's coming across as the King of Pentacles here. So as I'm going further with this reading, it makes me think that your person may already be with somebody else or have commitments elsewhere, or that this person showed you affection in some way, however subtle it was, it made them nervous, and now they're not there and you're wondering whether you can get that feeling back, I would guess here. It's like it pulled you, possibly with the Hierophant card and the Five of Wands here, it pulled you out of a comfort zone, a bit like a Uranus transit that you weren't looking for, but that felt good, because when you have Uranus transits, when you've got strong Uranus in your chart, you feel very much alive, which can be absolutely fantastic if you've got a bit stullified. That may not be a word in life. But if you have a Uranus transit and you've got strong Uranus anyway, it can be nerve-wracking. It can make some people lose a lot of weight. My sister, when she had a Uranus transit, lost about 1.5 stone in a I don't know, 7 or 8 months. So how have their feelings changed from what I've got here? The development of affection and creative energy. Yes, exactly. The affection, I think, has been uneven at the beginning, and I think that you were interested but not totally taken. Maybe this person was taken with you in a very straightforward way. They were just straightforward attracted to you. I think that there became a level of comfort between you here, where there was affection that was exchanged in a way that was normal, and other people could watch it and it just looked like, oh, those two like each other. But your person was, I guess, gutsy, ballsy, confident, or audacious when they made a move towards you or let you know. Even if it was something subtle, there was anxiety here, so they felt that they were brave. With regards to their feelings changing, it goes from bravery, attraction, to comfort, connection, and then it ends up in where can we go now? So their feelings are painful at the end, which isn't what I expected, because it almost feels that this person, this could have a long ranging feeling here, where is it like The Notebook? I can't remember. I don't think I've watched that for 20 years, if it's that old. But this person could have gone out with somebody else in the meantime, so this could be like an old boyfriend, girlfriend, that you are looking back and thinking, do they still like me? You know, somebody when you were young maybe, and could be you got on well, and then they're with somebody else now, possibly. How do they actually feel though? Oh gosh, okay. This pile has got so many stories in it, and I think it's so many stories because it's a type of story that makes a film where there's love at the beginning and it's a bit of a storm, and there's anxiety that almost adds to the pull, and then it's like the attraction is solid enough to be expressed, so you're building up a story or you're building up a film script here, and then there is a feeling here that something is in the way, so you get your problem resolution here, and I think it's more torturous for you because it's like you came to the party later and you thought, yeah, I like this person later on. And maybe that's why you're asking this now. And this person may be settled elsewhere, still attracted to you, but finds it awkward with the Nine of Swords here, or painful to be able to express that. And what they can do is they almost just let you know in very everyday terms, like an email or a phone call, or just eyes across the room here. But what you had before was probably more passionate. So that's where the burn is in this reading. So how have their feelings changed towards you? Excitement, attraction, affection at the beginning, with anxiety because they perhaps didn't know how to express it. It feels like young, and you know, when you're youthful and you just don't really know how to show your feelings. Still there. The Four of Wands and the Six of Cups, settled, comfortable, communicating, ease, and this is fine, this is easy, why did I worry? And then moves into, why did we get ourselves into this difficult situation that we can't express this anymore? Why is there distance? Why has it calmed down? Why has some of this relationship been taken away? So their feelings for you are now in what I guess, this person's steady in their life and you're the one that got away, is what I would say here. And the only way that they can keep contact with you is by doing small things and connecting in a way that feels very steady or long-winded, or it could go on forever without going anywhere else. So That is what I have got there. Steadiness, both in steady situations. You both could be married, you both could be in jobs where you've been in for a long time, and there's that rub here of, can you see these two cards here, of both of you being pentacle cards, as in you're doing it, you're getting on with it. On the outside you look like everything's okay. You know, you take responsibility, you turn up to work, you may provide for a family, or you're very loving in your family, but whether it's none of those, there's still that rub of, when is there going to be more to life? When am I going to feel this again? When am I going to feel woken up again? So your person is feeling the same. It's like, when can I get out of my comfort zone? I have to provide, or I have to be, or I have to get up for work, or everything's really steady, or I have to study. When's that excitement going to come back? When can I connect again? And to me, it feels like there's distance or difficult. So there's a bit of tension is the wrong word. It's disappointment, I think. It's like disappointment. Was that it? Do we really end here? Is that all there is, my friend? Then let's keep dancing. Yeah, it's funny that the end card is the same card that you've got down here, which is, to me, antagonistic feelings. So that's how their feelings have changed. Passion, attachment, annoyed of where it is at the moment and why can't they get it moving. It's frustration in this pile as it moves on to somebody who outwardly looks very steady. Okay, I'm going to do an advice card. I'm not going to add to that, but I'm going to do an advice card. Ten of Wands. Oh no. 10 of Wands for advice. It's like, to me, 10 of Wands for advice is not the type of advice that you'd like. It's like, God, it's like you made your bed, lie on it type of feeling, which is not nice. It's like bear it for the moment. Bear it for the moment. Why? Where's the hope? Yeah, because Ace of Cups, that makes me feel better, because this could be more in the future with the Ace of Cups there. It's like, it's almost like through the stretch and the pull and the tension of the elastic band that you may ping back together again with the Ace of Cups. But that feels like you are, having your gut wrenched a bit. Well, okay, there you go, pile number 1. I'm going to leave you there. I hope that gives you some sort of hope as well in some way, which I know with these spreads here, I try and be as honest as possible. And sometimes they're just not positive, but most of the time we can find a bit of light in everything, can't we? Yeah, so this isn't a bad spread. It's nice because it shows that there is potential here, but it shows at the moment their feelings are, what would I say the word is? They feel it's fruitless at the moment, isn't they? Can't move through some situation, position they've set themselves up in. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there, pile number 1. Bye. Oh, I forgot to say, if you like the readings, I do put new readings. No, I don't actually put new readings on the website on Sunday night. Only a handful I can actually put out, but I do put a handful out on Sunday night if you're interested. And please remember to subscribe, comment, put the thumbs up, all those things. Thank you very much. Bye. Pile number 2. This has got a feeling, it may not be so with regards to sun signs, star signs, but this is what it feels like. It could even be platonic in here, but I'm going to interpret it as you fall in love with a Leo, because that's what it feels like to me. Somebody who is warm-hearted, is open, enjoys life, loves being themselves, gives out and expects people to let them know when they fancy them, which is a strange thing to say, but it's true about Leos. The Leos that I know do not appreciate and do not understand when somebody's attracted to them, why they don't just say it. And all other type of energies, not all other, but some other energies will be saying, well, you just don't do it like that, do you? You sort of see how things go. It's like, no, you don't. If you're a Leo, you just do it straight away. You like somebody, you've got a chance to make your life big. You've got a chance to make somebody feel good, make yourself feel good. So just say it. And I think that with the Four of Cups here and the Three of Swords here as well, your person's come across as fortune and the Six of Fire. So that's fiery. They're expecting things to move quickly, but the situation surrounding it is the Hangman. You're coming across here as the Eight of Swords. That's their card and that's their card and progression. So this person still feels fiery, but with you coming across as the Eight of Swords, which is a feeling of anxiety, you're not as quick to express your emotions or your attraction. And the Hangman for the situation surrounding, I don't think that you made a move towards them or let them know that you're attracted to them. So this person who's like the Star, got hope, thinking this is it, this is, this person is attracted to me. I know they are. I really know they are. And then the Five of Wands, maybe lots of people are attracted to them and you almost like not repelled them away, but you pulled yourself back and they were like, what on earth happened? I'm wondering whether this person needs a lot of attention, and not in a bad way, but in a way that if life feels good, then why not ride it? Not literally. And you're like, well, I've just got to see where it all sits first. Because you've got cards of watching, waiting, even a little bit of anxiety here. It doesn't have to be anxiety like you have anxiety problems, but more a case of, that's just not my nature. I'll do it when I feel it type of feeling. The Justice card up here makes me think that they've become at peace with regards to what's going on between the pair of you. It does change. Hold on. Let me put the Justice card. This to me makes me think that subconsciously the Star card, all moving, all going. Let's move this forward. This person's really nice. This to me with the Star card here, which is like brotherhood and sisterhood. And with a Six of Fire here with a little girl looking very sassy. And the Fortune card down here, everything is moving and everything feels like something exciting is going to happen next, going abroad here. And the Star card here, it's like this person expected it to be more, was very hopeful, optimistic about what was going to happen, and they've almost petered that down to Justice. It's like, okay, I'll balance it. Nothing really bad's happened, but they don't seem as interested in me as I am in them. Why afterwards? Let me just put one on the Justice card there. I was going to say, yes, this feeling of sisterhood or brotherhood and the fiery feeling here, if this pile may feel like it's more you, if your person is the type of person who talks to you like they know you fancy them already, which is a strange thing to say, but fiery people don't understand, as I said earlier, why people hide their feelings. But there's also it depends on your makeup, that sometimes fiery people could come across as a little condescending. I actually like this in them, but some people were. I know people that don't like this, but the fiery people I know are the type of people that like put you in a headlock and say hello, kiddo, that type of hello, kiddo, but that type of thing, or treat you a bit like a little brother or sister. I like it, but I know other fire people may not like it. And in fact, as I'm saying that, the two people that flicked into my mind are fiery, and it's like, well, nobody's puts me into a position where I feel below, but I just like the play of it all. So there may be something in that. If this person has come up to you and treated you like you fancy them and then you're their kid sister or their kid brother, this may be for you. Right, the Justice card here is they've used this person's bright. They know who they are. They know where they sit. They just automatically are themselves. And I think that's not such a bad thing to do. If you start suppressing your automatic reactions to life, you become very stale and stiff. And somebody in the comment section said, I think it was last week, that can you put more effort in to the way that you think and the way you say things? And I didn't reply because you don't want to get into replying And I thought, actually, no, I can't, because I'm just me. It's like a tennis player being asked to look at their own game while they're playing. Then they lose because they're too busy analysing it anyway. So I'm not being rude there. I just couldn't do it. I just can't do it. The way that I speak and the way that I read cards is what's in my head and what's coming out. And they asked me to try harder. I am trying hard. So the Justice card here with the Ace of Swords makes me think that this person got to a point where they knew what was going on. They expected too much and they didn't feel shoved out too much. The fact that they didn't get it from you, it was just, okay, I expected too much at the beginning. I thought this person was ready to play. So at the beginning, it's like hopeful, hoping you're ready to play. What goes on here, I do not know with the Tower and the Lovers card. What has gone on? My first thought here, having the Towers and the Lovers card together makes me think that, to be straightforward, that something sexual happened. But my other thought was, as I put these out, that they walked in on you having sex, or because the Tower of Lovers card to me, I don't think I need to explain that, but if you just look at the picture, let me turn it that way around. There you are. That'll explain it a bit better. Or you could have had sex and it went a bit too over too quickly, maybe. Just mumbling these words to myself here. Don't know. I will have to go back to that. I think it's best to move on. Anxiety, everything kicked off though. So their feelings are, I'm going to have to put some more on that. I'm going to turn that around because it's childish. And I enjoyed it. Why have you gone from the Justice to the Lovers to the Tower card here? You got Lovers twice. What's going on between you two? What is going on? To me, I've got to say this because I think if you were reading these cards, you'd say exactly the same. You had sex. You had a one-night stand. Something saucy went on between the pair of you. Even if it wasn't sex, it was something that was big. So what I've got so far, your person's got a big personality, needs to be loved, needs to be adored in some way. He's gone into this relationship, she's gone into this relationship with the Five of Wands, maybe through competition with you, but with the Star card here, it's hopeful. You haven't given them that much. The Justice card here, they've come to terms with that, and then you get this. I don't know how to translate that. To me, it's big. It's like they've either... I got the Lovers twice. Something's kicked off between the pair of you with regards to attraction. And you'd have to stick that to the level that you actually got to with this person. Whether it was a recognition, whether it was a kiss, or whether it was more, or whether it was just something that you discovered where you knew that both of you knew, this person knew, that it was all guns blazing. How dramatic. Now, you're still coming across here as, this could be, I've got to say this, because of the Eight of Swords down here for you, I can't fit it in down there, so it's here. And the Hangman here being upside down, there could be with these cards here, like a one-night stand where you didn't speak that much beforehand, had that one-night stand, and then it's gone quiet again. Because, I don't know, because... You've got lots of cards here that speak of self-expression and finding it difficult. And I think it could be like difficult communication between the pair of you, where where you're coming from is misinterpreted by them, and vice versa. Gosh, you're ending up in the Knight of Swords and the Fool card. I'm asking about feelings, but I'm not getting feelings because they're quite cool cards, but they're action-orientated cards of movement. This person feels very excitable to me. Not easily deterred when they've decided what they're going to do, because this is like somebody that jumps into things. This is somebody who may have a strong Mars in their chart, who may be quite brave. There's a lot of fire in this pile from your person. You've got Jupiter, you've got the Six of Fire, I'm not sure which fire one that is, but it's fire, fire, fire. And then you've got here the Sun, sorry. It's a brave person, so there could also be Aries as well, Leo. Yeah, basically all 3 fire signs. Just need to tell you that one by one. There's something to do with self-expression and communication in here that may have played a part with regards to their feelings and your feelings. It feels like you've had either lack of communication, something has been said that was like, what? How do you take that? Or this person has come to some sort of epiphany with regards to where they sit. And then the Lovers card, I don't want to put another card over that because I have already. And you know, you can search forever, but with the Tower card and the Lovers, to me that's sex. Or if it's not sex, it's something that has tipped the balance between the headlock and you're my best brother, you're my best sister. I love you, you're great fun to be with, to, oh my God, you really are great fun to be with. It's turned sexual. Okay. And then it's turned into this person has had their, basically, somebody's lit a match underneath them and they're on a journey. And it's like you've set the hero on the journey here with these cards here. This is exciting. This person has got an almost like excited rabid feeling at the end with regards to how to move towards you. This person likes a life to be big. You're more of a, I enjoy watching it type of person, possibly. I enjoy the whole show. So let me answer the actual question with regards to how have their feelings changed. They've changed from hopeful but not really sure where they sit to realising how their own mind works and then getting totally taken up with regards to either something physical that's happened between the pair of you or something that has been realised between the pair of you that has shaken this person. And now it is definitely all guns blazing. I'm on my way to you. I was going to sing, I'm not. With the Knight of Swords here in the Fool, this person is excited. It's like you've basically lit the match underneath them with a fortune card there. It's on the top of the wheel, and yeah, it's exciting to them. So their feelings have changed from oh, where do I sit? To oh my God. Just as I was realising my own self, this happened, to where are we going? Because I'm coming to get you type of feeling. Okay, well that's what I've got, pile number 2. Thank you very much for joining me today. I often forget to say, and I don't know if it's just gets stuck in, how much I appreciate everybody. That's it, full stop. That is it, full stop. How much I appreciate everybody giving bits of their time, parts of themselves to comment, and yeah, just how many people I've met on YouTube and all these different places and how lovely they've been and how welcoming everybody's been. Thank you very much. Bye. Number 3, I'm starting again. I put the little ball there because I started talking and my dog's jumping on my sister outside and it put me off. There was initially a feeling in here of tension and anxiety. Anxiety isn't the word I was thinking, but definitely tension here at the beginning, internal tension. And you've got the Hermit card. So to me, it feels like this person, with regards to their feelings, initially is strong-willed, but internal with it, if that makes sense. I suppose maybe an Aquarius type character. Aquarians incredibly strong-willed, but you don't hear about it. You just can't, and Taurians maybe as well, you just can't knock them off the block once they've set their mind on something, like a dog with a bone. The Nine of Cups here makes me think that everything has gone their way despite the way they thought it might go. And I can't put that into straight words, but it's like they had a mindset, they projected where they thought this was going to go, and it wasn't particularly positive for them. With the Nine of Cups here, it's like, and then it happened, and wow. The Chariot card again is adding to that feeling. The Seven of Fire, the Chariot card, and the Hermit is adding to that feeling of internal, strong self-will, with thinking that nothing's going to happen. Maybe this person's confidence isn't as good as it should be, or they don't feel that, maybe they felt that you were out of their league in some way, because this person hasn't really taken it on there was a possibility with you. Then there was. The Tower card is, to me, a feeling or a discovery, finding out something or realising, or something has been said or done between the pair of you possibly that has allowed them to open up. With the King of Cups here. And it's bigger for being suppressed in the first place. This isn't somebody who releases their emotions to everybody. It's held back for a few. And it doesn't, to me, this doesn't feel scorpionic, which is probably those words I've just said would lead it to make you think that. It feels, I don't know what it is. It's like somebody who's reserved but loves big once they realise that there's a chance there, but maybe a little bit of lack of self-esteem to be able to love unless they think it's going to be reciprocated, to start that ball rolling. Because the King of Cups looks really happy there on his throne after the Tower card. And this is happy. You're coming across as the Emperor. With this way this has gone with the Tower card at the top, I wonder whether you've got the confidence that they didn't have with the Capricorn sort of Aries feel together, and maybe you expressed yourself to them in some way that made it very clear where you sat. The Temperance card for situations surrounding. To me, my feeling inside myself, apart from acknowledging how tangerine that card is everything's okay. Everything's okay now. From that to that, from that to that. Okay, I know where everything is. I'm happy. Yeah, you made this. You allowed this. You taught this person how to love, or you made them feel that they were loved, so they could express that in themselves. Which is a difficult thing to sometimes do when you. But I don't think you are underconfident, or you're not afraid of letting people know what you've got inside you, where you sit and what you want with these cards here. And there's nothing like an Ariesy type character, or it could be just something you did at that time, to reach out and be brave. So maybe you made the move. This person is like on cloud 9. The Sun card here makes me think of somebody that didn't expect you to be attracted to them, and they know that you are, or they feel that you are, and this person's out skipping around the daffodils type. Skipping around the daffodils. The Sun card there is like, my lordy, everything's falling into place better than I ever could have expected. What next? So what next? So what is going to happen next? Okay, with these last two cards I've put on the Sun, it's like a realisation, but in reality, what is going to happen next with these two cards over there, which we've got the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. It's like, it's okay, this is what I've got with regards to how their feelings change. The Seven of Fire ending up in the world, and this is for them. So the Seven of Fire, from looking at that card, has that internal angst feeling with the Hermit card here. The Chariot card tells me that this person may be internal, but they don't lack in will. They've got a strong will, and they normally can get what they want even if they don't shout about it. You're more straight up, open. If you want something, you'll say it. This person feels that in some way that you weren't going to be attracted to them or didn't like them. The Tower card here with the King of Cups, it's almost like this person's, what they've built up in their mind with regards to where they sit and who they are has totally collapsed, and allowed this person to love rather than fight, or to feel that everything has to be a fight to get somebody to love them. Maybe their childhood speaks of somebody that had to earn their parents' love in some way. They always had to scrabble for it or compete for it or felt they weren't good enough, and you would like straight up, I find you attractive. And it's like, wow, that's fun. That, that did it. Because you've got the King of Cups twice over balance, comfort, ease. And then to me, it just feels as it goes up here of huge crush energy because it explodes in the sun with the Ten of Pentacles. It's like this person has it in their mind to make this something else with the Ten of Pentacles, to make it more complete. They haven't quite started that process yet because you've got this sort of fuzzy card, and it's the Knight of Pentacles. But what you're getting from this with regard to their feelings are excitement and potential and positivity. And that is where it sits at the moment with the World card. It's like you've done, both of you together probably, the first bit well in this, where this relationship is going. It's like how far you've got is you've allowed this person to open up. And that was no easy feat, I guess. And they're feeling confident themselves to be able to move this forward. You've got to get the best out of this person because you're open. There's no fighting in this. There's no play. It's that there's potential to move this forward with openness and love that you possibly wouldn't have got if you more reserved yourself or held your feelings back. It just has come to a stop with the World card here, that because it's moving into the next stage, which I think will be to move things forward practically rather than just realising or expressing feelings. It's like what we're actually going to do with it next. It feels nice inside my heart when I'm reading this one. Yeah, the Tower card, the loss, the lack of, that feeling when you go to a kid's party when you're young and you feel self-conscious, or you feel like your present isn't good enough, or you feel like you've got stupid clothes on, as you're a kid. It's like kiddie sort of anxieties. That's how this person felt like in the relationship with you at the beginning. But because they are quite determined to get what they want, they may have stuck it out a bit longer. They may have put themselves into positions, because this person's brave, but shy or quiet or internal, more internal than shy, I think. And the moment they realised was then all the defences fell to the ground with these cards here. So to answer the question, how have their feelings changed from insecurity to not thinking that things were possible to glee, excitement, and opening up big style with regards to being able to express their attraction and their, I'm kind of set this as silly love energy towards you, to right, what's next? What is going to happen next with the Sun card here? Everything's open. The child's nude on this. It's like, I don't mind what this person sees of me now. I just would like to get it moving. And how do I do that? So that's what I've got for pile number 3. I'm going to leave you there. Thank you very much for joining me today. And the readings should go out. Actually, if I get this out on the Sunday night, they will be out on Sunday. I can only put a handful out each week, but if you fancy a reading, that's where they are, on my website actually, HULUPPU.co.uk. Bye.